What is up, FHU followers and wrestling fans? You're watching the FM brand of wrestling and entertainment here on YouTube.com. My name is JC Styles, and I am back with the Monday Night Raw review for May 20th, 2013. Now, it was a pretty decent night on Raw. I gotta say, I really enjoyed it. We start off the show with an Extreme Rules highlight, and then we find out a little bit later on in the night that Paul Heyman will have making an announcement regarding a new client that he is bringing to Raw. We then start off the show. We go see Ryback coming in an ambulance, and he talks about payback. That last night at Extreme Rules, John Cena refused attention and refused to be checked out by the ambulance medics, and that at WWE Payback, it'll be the WWE Championship on the line in a ambulance match. Then the first night of the match, we see Jericho and The Miz defeat Fandango and Wade Barrett. This is a pretty good match until Fandango decides to go out to the ringside area and start to dance with Summer Rae, leaving Wade Barrett in the ring to take a beating and the loss for their team. Post-match, Miz and Jericho corner Fandango, and he runs off through the crowd. Then Jericho dances with Summer Rae, and then, does this little thing, and Cave's like, whatever, and starts laughing and walks off. We then see a backstage segment with Kane and Daniel Bryan talking about their loss last night to the Shield and how they are going to get revenge tonight. Then we then see Sheamus pick up the win over Titus O'Neil in a very good match. Titus O'Neil actually showed very strong against Sheamus, and we saw some footage last night at the conclusion of Mark Henry's match backstage via WWE app, and Mark Henry walked out of the examiner's room saying he's going home. Now, does that mean Mark Henry is gone for the WWE from good, or will he be back soon? Only time will tell. We'll have to tune in and watch and find out. Excuse me. But Sheamus picked up the win over Titus O'Neil, which match was pretty good. I actually have to tip my hat off that Titus actually looked like he was going to pick up the win in this match, and he showed very strong against Sheamus. We then have Paul Heyman come out, and he talks about Brock Lesnar defeating Triple H last night. He talked about how Triple H had to tuck his sledgehammer between his legs and run home to mommy. And then he talked about how he is going to, now that Brock's terms with the WWE are over, he brings out a new face on a new Paul Heyman guy. And it brings out Michael McGillicuddy repackaged as Curtis Axel. He took his grandfather's name and his father's first name and came up with Curtis Axel to start and build his own legacy. And I actually have to think and say to myself that I have to put this out there. They definitely put I'm going to just call him Joe Henning because I wish that's what they would call him. Joe definitely has the right mouthpiece to actually get ahead in this business now. I did a rant a few weeks back on the current state of WWE that they had a lot of wrestlers that they need to push, him being one of them. And I'm actually glad that they're actually getting ready to do something with Michael McGillicuddy again. And I know I just said I was going to call him Joe Henning and that, I'm so used to calling him McGillicuddy. But I'm really hoping that they do some big. There was a lot of rumors going around that a lot of fingers being pointed at RVD was going to make a return to WWE Raw tonight, and it actually did not happen. Talk about that a little bit later on. Triple H comes out, and then just as he's getting ready to talk, Joe comes in and says, "You don't talk to him like that." And then Triple H slaps him around and says that I want a match against you tonight to see what you got. We then see Big E Langston versus Alberto Del Rio in a good match. We saw him pick up the win over Alberto with the help of AJ Lee when AJ threw the bucket in the ring and caught the referee's attention, and with a nice rake of the eyes and the big ending led to the victory for Big E Langston. We then see AJ Lee defeat Layla in actually a pretty decent match. Definitely really liked this. I thought it was pretty good. AJ's definitely learning a lot since she's been, with Dolph Ziggler, and she's really been learning as of late overall since she's joined the WWE. And she has a new submission to her arsenal of moves called the Black Widow, and that's what she used to pick up the win over Layla tonight. That was actually a pretty innovative way that we've been seeing her use it. We then see Cody Rhodes versus pick up the win over Zack Ryder. This was actually pretty good too. Zack Ryder had held his own. It looked like he was going to get the upper hand and score the pinfall victory, but Cody Rhodes hits the disaster kick and picks up the win. Post-match, Ryback comes out and pretty much destroys Zack Ryder, what was left of him, that is. Then the Shield comes out, cuts a promo, talks about last night, talks about how we brought power back to the tag team and United States Championships. And we get ready to see the Shield take on Team Hell No and Kofi Kingston, the very people that they defeated last night to get the belts. And they picked up the win again tonight on Raw in a 6-man tag match. Now, this match was definitely match of the night. Definitely, caught my eye and caught my attention. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was, a 5-star match. There was a lot of good spots, good ending, good finish, and still making the Shield look stronger than ever. We then see Caitlyn and Natalya backstage. Caitlyn and Natty are talking about the secret admirer, and then they see Cody Rhodes coming out of the back locker room, and they think that it's Cody Rhodes. Natalya wraps her arms around Cody, and then Caitlyn grabs Cody's phone and says it's not him, but he's posting weird pictures of himself on the internet, which I thought that was pretty funny. Then via Raw Social, you had a choice to vote between R-Truth, Khali, or Randy Orton to take on Jack Swagger. I believe it was 69 to 79% of the votes voted for Randy Orton, and we saw Randy Orton pick up the win over Jack Swagger. Another good match. I honestly don't know what defeating Jack Swagger, losing to Randy Orton, really does for Jack Swagger's character. I know that they're trying to cement him as a main eventer, but I mean, he lost last night, then lost tonight against Orton. I think that they should maybe start building him up again. But yeah, we then go into the match of the night. Prior to this match going, the end of the match, the main event of the night, excuse me, leading up to Triple H versus Curtis Axel, WWE examiners came in and they said to Triple H, we don't think you should go out there tonight. Triple H says, well, does he like his job here? Because if he pulls me from this match, he can seek employment somewhere else. Then during this match, it was actually pretty good. You saw a really good showing of Michael McGillicuddy. Triple H threw him around a little bit, saw a couple of maneuvers by Joe Henning, and really showed his athleticism. Also, he comes out to a remixed version of the Perfect theme, Mr. Perfect's theme, and it was actually pretty good. I like it. And then Triple H is outside, and he's looks like he's suffering from some kind of, like he's getting dizzy, and he's trying to shake the cobwebs. And then all of a sudden he goes and he grabs some water, and he throws it in his face and on his head. And then all of a sudden he sits down. Then he goes to make a way back to the ring, and then goes to get up, and then he kind of drops, and then this goes on for a couple of more minutes, and then they close the show. I was really disappointed that we didn't get to see RVD. A lot of people said RVD was going to be returning. There was a news article that posted 20 minutes to a half an hour before Raw went on the air that RVD did a radio interview saying that he was possibly returning to was going to be returning to Monday Night Raw tonight and didn't show. So I'm wondering if he got a call and said that we're not going to go for that tonight, or maybe it was just speculation or rumors running crazy like they usually do. So guys, thanks for watching this video. Please leave your comments in the comment box below and let me know your thoughts and opinions on what you thought of Monday Night Raw. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. For the FM brand of wrestling and entertainment, I'm JC Styles, and I will catch you later.